Buckle up, because today we are diving deep, deep into the world of hypercars. Specifically, the McLaren W1.
The W1, huh? Now that's a mouthful.
It is, and for good reason. We're talking 1,200 horsepower, Formula One tech, a price tag most of us can only dream of. But that's what makes this so interesting, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's like a glimpse into the future of performance.
Yeah.
Where do we even start with this thing?
Well, luckily, we've got some juicy details from a Yahoo Finance article. And get this, they're calling it the true successor to McLaren Legends, like the P1, you know?
Yeah. And even the F1, which, let's be real, that's like the granddaddy of hypercars.
No, exactly. And they're really leaning into that legacy. The article even quotes McLaren's CEO, Michael Leiters.
Let me guess, something about pushing boundaries.
You got it. Pushing the boundaries of real supercar performance is the direct quote. With an epic hybrid powertrain, no less.
See, that's what gets me about this whole hypercar scene. Everyone's going hybrid now, but it's not just about slapping an electric motor on for fuel efficiency anymore.
It's got to be more than a marketing gimmick, right?
Exactly. It's about using that electric power strategically to unlock a whole new level of performance. And with McLaren's Formula One background, they're in a prime position to really innovate.
Okay, so let's talk about what that innovation actually translates to behind the wheel. The article throws out some pretty insane numbers.
Yeah, like what? How fast is this thing? Really?
Hold on to your hats, because we're talking 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds.
All right, that's quick.
Quick. That's insanely fast. And it hits its top speed, get this, 186 miles per hour in under 13 seconds. 12.7 to be exact. Can you even imagine that kind of acceleration?
Honestly, it's hard to wrap your head around. It's like a whole different level of physics.
Right. And a lot of that has to do with the engine. It's brand new, called the MHP8. And they're using this really cool design called a flat plane crank.
Okay, now that sounds familiar. Isn't that something they use in like high-performance motorcycles and some race cars?
Yeah, and it allows the engine to rev super high, like screaming high. We're talking 9,200 RPM.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of RPMs.
And that translates to some serious horsepower, obviously. But it's not just about brute force here. They've also got this lightweight electric motor working in tandem with the gas engine.
Right, and that's where the real magic happens. You get that instant torque from the electric motor, which eliminates any hint of turbo lag and just slingshots you forward.
And the article really emphasizes the handling of the W1. They actually use the phrase like a race car on the track, which, I mean...
Those kind of specs, it better drive like it's on rails.
Exactly. And they've really gone all out with the design. We're talking a 3,000-pound car thanks to a carbon fiber chassis, which is insane. Plus, the aerodynamics are like something out of a sci-fi movie.
So it's light, it's aerodynamic, sounds like a recipe for speed?
It is, but then here's where they threw me for a loop. They've included hydraulic steering and braking.
Wait, really? Not fly-by-wire? In this day and age?
I know, right? It seems almost old school, especially for a car this technologically advanced.
But, you know, I can see why they did it. Think about it. Who's the target market for a car like this? It's not just about having the fastest 0 to 60 time. It's about the experience.
It's got to be more than just a status symbol, right?
Exactly. It's about that raw connection between driver and machine. And sometimes that means going a little old school to get that perfect feedback and feel.
And it wouldn't be a conversation about million-dollar hypercars without mentioning the whole exclusivity factor. Limited production runs, sky-high prices. It's a strategy we've seen before.
Oh, for sure. It's like the whole Ferrari playbook, right?
Yeah, and the article even calls out the LaFerrari as a prime example. $1 million hybrid hypercar that's now worth even more on the resale market.
See, that's what makes this so fascinating. It's not just a car anymore. It's an investment. And McLaren's playing into that by limiting the W1 to just 399 units worldwide.
Which, of course, just makes it that much more desirable to those who can afford it. Speaking of which, the price tag on this beast is a cool $2.1 million.
So yeah, not exactly your average commuter car.
Definitely not. But it really does make you think about where the future of performance cars is heading. Are we going to see more of these ultra-exclusive, ultra-expensive, ultra-powerful machines?
I mean, who knows? But one thing's for sure, McLaren just threw down the gauntlet with the W1. It's a statement piece, and it's going to be exciting to see what the competition cooks up next.